Along with Charles Dave. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
But when I reviewed last week's game and saw the 4 touchdown passes that he threw, I thought about you during the Turkey Bowl last year.
Yeah,
you guys
right.
had the same stats, except he got the NFC Offensive Player of the Week award with his.
He got touchdowns, I got picks. I like going back watching the film with you, and we thought it was a good performance in person. It obviously was, but you thought even better on tape. It was really something to watch.
Yeah, what I loved was how he spread it around. A lot of people involved in the passing offense. 4 touchdown passes culminated it.
No one there to help out downfield, but no problem scrambling for 22 and a first.
Moss on the give up the middle.
And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46.
During that run, an injury here. We've got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
Looking to throw on second down. Clement. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 15 yards on the play. First down.
The first drive here and the first time that we've called the big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers will get involved as this game goes on.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and that will bring up second down.
When you look at this defense,
this unit, they're hoping to improve against the pass because right now, Charles, number 27 in the NFL.
And those are the kind of plays that this unit needs to make because they know that going against a team of this magnitude.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. It'll go as a loss of 3 on the sack, and it brings up third down.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Pressure coming, and they got him once again.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. They'll make that a second sack here on their first drive out defensively, and not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
Well, they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try and slow that pressure down.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it. So out comes the offense now with a long field ahead of them. And trotting out there, their tall quarterback standing at 6'5".
So this is where we find out about the game plan and the trust factor, don't we? In this situation, the natural thing is take care of the ball, run it inside, everyone cover it. Just, get yourself some room and let your punter punt it out of there. But when you bring out a QB you can trust, you might want to take a little shot early and try and create some space.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 14 carries, 55 yards.
There were some signs of life from their ground game last week, but overall, just a so-so performance. Everyone knows they can make a slight improvement how they contribute to this aspect of the offense. Rodney can set their blocks and hold them a little bit longer, and he can be quicker to the hole and hit a lane. If they do that, they should get some better numbers produced this week.
That one a first down pickup of 8. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
This defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's a quick throw caught out wide. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
From the 43, here's 2nd down and a yard.
At the 43-yard line.
Back to throw. McManus. And his throw here is incomplete.
When you look at this defense,
they were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
They held them to well over 200 yards of total offense. That's a number you can really focus on, too, because the way offenses run in today's game, they're usually pretty smooth, and they give you a lot of misdirection, a lot of trickery. They were able to hold in there and stuff them.
A pickup of 5 that time and a 1st down.
Mexico City.
Looking to throw. McManus. His throw incomplete.
They put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely frees up your guys elsewhere. Oh, he sheds himself free.
down the right sideline.
And all the way in for the touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Huskies get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
This taken in right around the goal line. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15.
And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Here's 2nd and 10.
Off the play fake. Clement. It got his man complete. There he goes, left side. Touchdown. A great effort there. 85 yards.
And the Thunderbirds are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time.
This taken in at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive.
Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On 3rd down, McManus.
That is incomplete.
Partner, we've got ourselves a ball game, and those guys on defense, they came to play. Slipped up on their first series. They're definitely settling in now and letting it be known that points won't come so easy again.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. This is fielded at the 27. Shifts by him. A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence they're going to put more points up on the board.
It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up second. And that is the third sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. On second down, here's a run with Moss.
Holding offense.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
They'll come up now on a second and long after the hold. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Alexander, and he will fight his way forward to about the 23-yard line.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play, and that's going to bring up a fourth down. And on now is the punter, standing right on his own 5-yard line. It's taken to the 26. A big kick that time, 52 yards.
And they will take over first and 10. Out is Mexico City now to go on offense.
The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Ball on the 39. Here's second down and 7.
Back to throw. McManus. And he can't escape, and down he goes. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up third.
See what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
To throw on third down. McManus. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
On first and 10, McManus. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Now a second and 2.
Brings up second and 2 at the 40-yard line.
Off the bootleg, McManus. Caught. It's Huff.
Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground.
Down to the 22-yard line.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 7-7, our score after one. On to the second quarter, Mexico City in possession. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. As they've got it as we resume action. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw it for a loss.
They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. Well, this drive, they're perfect 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need a full 10 yards here. Looking to throw. McManus. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. And his kick here is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Throwing on first down, Clement. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. On first down, Clement. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Alexander. So the completion good for 7 there, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll go up the middle here with Moss. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. He was able to escape momentarily in the backfield, but you could just kind of tell that wasn't going anywhere.
You know, in the film session, he'll get a minus for not getting him on the ground by himself. But what the coach is really going to analyze, how fast did his teammates get there to help him? If one guy slows him up, everyone else better be there, and that's what they got on that play.
He's got the first down. He's got a big game going right now. Already over 100 yards receiving in his first half alone.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. Now a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Clement got his man complete over the middle. It's Ramsey. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues. On 1st and 10, Clement. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. To throw again, Martin. Shakes off the sack. An unlucky number here, a loss of 13 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Looking to throw. Clement. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard
And the defense coming through on third down. A loss of 7 to bring up fourth. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it, and that will knot us up at 10. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material.
To throw on second down, McManus.
That's to the sideline and incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
And he comes back with one complete. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down. And they'll send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here's a quick throw to start the drive complete. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to bring up second down.
At the 23-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Clement. Quick hitter here. It's complete. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Back to throw. Clement. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Easy to tell who they're targeting on this drive. He caught the first 2 passes, but then this time unable to hook up.
But I don't think that stops them from continuing to go back to him, do you?
No.
I mean, they've got a plan. They're trying to execute it.
And after that second catch, I saw him in the huddle. He said, hey, let's go back one more time. Didn't work there. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. On 3rd down, Clement.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their 3rd drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. That's taken on the 25. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Out is Mexico City now to go on offense. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. They'll start with the option.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The keeper there turning into a big play of 23 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh, my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Now we're at the 41, 2nd and 9.
Operating from the gun, McManus.
His second catch, and this one not nearly as electrifying as his first. And it'll bring up third down now. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. It gets by him, and now a little daylight. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 70 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On second down, here's the option. And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And this pass broken up. And the contact well-timed there. And now fourth down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's fourth down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold him to 3. Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
Well, this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. Well, certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were a nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
Throwing to start the drive. Powell. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. Operating from the gun. Powell. Over the middle, it's complete. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Powell. And his pass incomplete.
Well, we've seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half. Unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. He's going to come from with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
You want to see a defensive coordinator get upset and throw his headset? This is the kind of play that'll do it. You force 3rd and long. This is almost sort of a give-up play. You're just hoping to get something positive, and it winds up breaking big, and they convert on 3rd down.
Back to throw again. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Throw left side complete. That's Love. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Operating from the gun, Powell to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. And it'll be intercepted. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
One final go for this offense here in this first half. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation, either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he spins past him and into space. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Hi again, everybody. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the league here in the unofficial midway point, Week 8 of the NFL season. We'll get started across the border in Mexico, where you see the final score there. A 2-touchdown victory, 31-17, the final. From there, let's get over to the Rockies to check out the Broncos at home in Denver. And you can see they are out in front in that one. The Broncos trying to hold on and claim victory. Lastly, let's get to the Windy City, see what's happening with the Bears at home at Soldier Field. And things didn't work out for them as they fall to the visiting Philadelphia Eagles. 20-14, the final score. This one's been as good as advertised. Just a field goal separating these two teams. This is a very level first half, and I'd expect to see more of the same after the break.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. Taken at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he will lose
lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line.
3rd and 8.
Back to throw. Powell. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. Looks like a 9-yard loss. And it also brings up 4th.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect him.
And they bring their punter out there now as he's on to kick it away. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Taken from just outside the 30. 51 yards on the punt there. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. A little jet sweep to start the drive.
And that is not fooling anyone. He never had a chance to turn the corner there, and they'll go backwards right away.
And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. On the give, this is Moss.
Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up.
It's a game of 3. Brings up 3rd and 8.
Operating from the gun. Clement. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A field goal helps, but a touchdown gets you the lead. That had to be the message transmitted in the huddle. And they delivered there as that throw is going to keep the drive alive. And even better than that, set them up with a 1st and goal.
They go play action here on 1st down. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A 10-yard touchdown run.
And the Thunderbirds have taken the lead here this 3rd quarter. So a very strong first drive in the second half, Charles, as they turn that halftime deficit into a 3rd quarter lead.
And they were pretty purposeful there, weren't they? Measured in their approach. But boy, they executed awfully well, moving the ball down the field.
Extra point attempt to come here. And that will make this a 4-point game. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it was finished off with a 10-yard touchdown scamper.
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Out is Mexico City now to go on offense. The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Powell. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll leave them with a 3rd and 2.
They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
on third down, they're going to run for it here. And he'll be corralled right around the 34.
85 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
I think I saw a lot of shoulders just drop there. And what I mean by that is they finally were able to relax a little bit because that was an important play call. They needed to pick up that first down at this stage of the game.
Yeah, couldn't afford another quick drive and out. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw. Powell. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. He'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down. Operating from the gun. Powell. Look at the big man rumble. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there of finding him in stride for really good yardage.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack.
What a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Caught on the right side by Jones. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Back to throw. Powell. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And I'll tell you what, this offense is playing a little bit of keep away right now. They've come out here in the 3rd quarter, possessed the ball for quite a while, and they keep on converting. Nice pitch and catch there to set up the 1st and goal.
So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. Now a handoff running through the middle. He's able to force his way through one man, but he can muster only about a yard on the play. 2nd down. 2nd and goal from inside the 5.
And they'll run again. And he'll be stopped up short as the tackle is made at about the 3. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Well, they've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on third? And it's caught. Touchdown. From 3 yards out.
And the Huskies have retaken a 3rd quarter lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And that gives them a 3-point lead. So that one a 13-play drive in total.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, and they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Well, this had trouble written all over it from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different color jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10.
Throwing to start the drive. Powell. And that's complete to Huff. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. So nothing doing there, and that'll bring up second down. Looking to throw. Powell. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Powell.
Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception.
And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
But just a lot going on there in the middle of the field, and this one winds up a turnover.
Yeah, they're running a crossing route here, and the idea of it is to get defenders confused about who to go with. But if you throw it too early, sometimes it's your quarterback that gets confused, and here he throws it into coverage and gets it intercepted.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Here's Martin. Off play action. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. So he stopped for no gain. And now it's 3rd and 3.
It's 3rd down and 4.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2. And it brings up 2nd down. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Powell.
Crossing route, and he hits his man. It's Jones.
It'll be a gain of 5. And it's 3rd and 4 now. Operating from the gun. Powell. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there. Needed 4.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. This will be fielded at the 17. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Back now here on EA Sports. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. To throw on 2nd down. Clement forced out. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Clement. Under pressure, and they got to him again.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. So a change of possession here on the punt.
Out is Mexico City now to go on offense. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
On second down, Brinkley, and down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
This now a 3rd and 4.
Off play action, McManus. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
But now this offense comes back out onto the field. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead.
They begin with a quick throw out left. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is taken in at the 5. A big play there. 63 yards.
That's how you put field position. What a play right there. That nearly went the distance. Credit this defense for not giving up. They get him down just short of the goal line, but the damage is done. It's going to be 1st and goal from an ideal position.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal.
Moss. Touchdown! Well, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it off.
And how about how few plays it was to get it done, but they threw it downfield and then pounded it into the end zone. And as a former defender, I can tell you, it hurts just a little bit more when they run it into the end zone instead of throwing it.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that will make this a 4-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one.
Complete to Jones. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's second down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 29-yard line.
Up the middle they go. Brinkley. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That second down play nets a -4. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak, not letting blockers get to them.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his second interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Another important fourth quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage.
Now a play fake here on first down. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Oh, no, he lost the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25.
It's a first down on a gain of 10.
First down, Huskies.
Looking to throw. McManus. Wide open receiver, complete. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And it's caught. Touchdown. From 6 yards away.
And the Huskies have taken a fourth quarter lead. A late turnover is so often the difference in a ball game, and here the turnover leads to the go-ahead touchdown.
So repeat after me, partner. You have to take care of the football. In order to protect a lead, you must take care of the football. Ball security. How many times do they have to say it? They've been preaching it since day one of camp, and it came back to bite them right there.
Point after, right down the middle. And that gives them a 3-point lead.
Huskies 27.
A drive there of just 4 plays.
Taken at about the 1. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, give him 14.
Well, that'll help the old passing stats. Remember, it was a pop pass, so it's not a wide receiver run there, Charles.
I like the way that you scored it, and that's exactly how it goes into the books. But remember, he's had success throwing the ball the standard way in this game. And here, this little tap pass, it goes for good yardage, a little something extra in his repertoire.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Back to throw. Martin. He finds his man, complete. It's Moss. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. The offense on 3rd down, they're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This will be 3rd and 6. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. He was waving his arms, wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of a story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what'd you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that.
That's cold-blooded. Cold-blooded. Throwing on 1st down. McManus. He finds his man, complete. It's Love. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. Now a throw here, hauled in. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down. Looking to throw. McManus. And he is caught. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Big hook up there. Forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. 5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Right back to him on 1st down. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. On 2nd down now, Brinkley. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. To throw on 3rd down, McManus. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to swell the lead to 6. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
This taken in right around the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The situation for him offensively as follows. Down by 6, 1:37 remaining. Their 5-game winning streak hanging in the balance here. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to be ridden out of bounds inside the 25.
And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
Back to throw. Looking right side, and he's got him in. That's Ramsey. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
Second down, goal to go.
A 5-yard loss.
Back to throw. And he is in as they have tied it late here in the final minute of the fourth quarter. Now they can boot it through on the always important extra point, and then their defense has to hold up their end of the bargain.
And there's something that you've pointed out in numerous games that we've worked. Okay, the excitement's going on. Everyone's celebrating over there. Who's calling up the defense to make sure they're focused because they still have some work to do?
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And they have taken the lead here in this fourth quarter. So that drive for 4 plays. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. So now the story changes. Trailing by a point. And time, a huge factor. A 4th straight defeat looming on the horizon, barring a comeback here as they've got it with a first down. They'll look to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play.
Well, throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete. This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here.
He's back to throw.
Able to find Jones. And they will get the conversion on 3rd down, but the clock, a more pressing factor.
They'll look to throw again. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. A costly sack. They'll have to use a timeout here. And barring a defensive penalty, they'll be looking at one final play.
Here's 2nd down.
One final shot. They'll look to throw.
Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete. A fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So for the home team here,
they moved to 7-1 on the year with the victory.
And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Chicago Bears next week. Meanwhile, for Mexico City, the struggles intensify as they drop to 2-6 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.